There is what we call the anthropic principle in the universe. Some people describe it as fine-tuning of the universe. A very special place this universe is. These are observations in the universe that seem to suggest, now emphasis on seem, they seem to suggest that the universe was created for humans. If the universe had been a little bit different, humans couldn't be here. For example, the universe is dominantly 3 dimensions, not 4 or 2 or 1 or 6. There might be more dimensions than that, but the dominant dimensions are 3. And it turns out that if you posit a universe with other dimensions, 2 or 1 or more than 3, you do not have sufficient complexity in the small dimensional universes to allow for life. In the higher dimensional universes, you have no stable planetary systems and you have no stable atoms. So, as far as we can tell, the only dimensionality that actually sustain life in this universe is 3-dimensionality. But the universe could have been another dimension. It's curious that it's 3. And then it's got a topology of plus, 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 negative. In those 3 dimensions, you can move back and forth in any one of the dimensions of space. But in time, you can only move forward. You cannot move back in time. That's the plus, 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 minus topology of space. Turns out that if you have any other configuration than plus, 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 minus, the universe again does not allow for stable planetary orbits and stable atoms. So life isn't possible. And it keeps going like that. The law of gravity, the law of electromagnetism, they have to be there or life wouldn't be possible. In fact, not only should such laws be there, but they have to have the particular mathematical structure that they have. Not only that, but if the strength of the electromagnetic force was 1% greater or 1% less, atoms wouldn't be possible. Either way, life wouldn't be possible. And so it goes. The Earth's at just the right distance away from the sun. The sun is just the right kind of sun. It's an unusual sun, probably not actually a star at all. It is a specially designed star-like object that is designed to be stable enough to have an Earth with life around it. And so it goes. We got a special tilt of the Earth's magnetic field. Dozens and dozens of characteristics of the universe that seem to suggest the universe was created for humans. The idea was formalized and given a name of anthropic principle back in the 1940s. Again, the ideas have been around for a long time, but finally formalized at this point. It's interesting that the hypothesis, the principle, was observed by unbelievers, by those who did not believe that God created the universe for man. So this is kind of an irritation to them. It's a curiosity to them that the universe should look like it was created for humans. Now, their answer to this is not really an answer, but some people consider it a satisfactory address of the question, is, well, of course the universe is just right for us, because if it wasn't, we wouldn't be here. If we weren't here, we wouldn't observe it. And so clearly, if we're here, then it's got to be that the universe looks like it's made so we're here. And I think some people take that and go, oh, okay, I guess that, but still, really? Dozens, scores of very special characteristics of the universe that if they were just a little bit different, we wouldn't be here. It still sounds a little fishy, doesn't it? Still sounds, well, impossible. Of all the billions and millions and universes that could possibly be, this is the only one that could have had life in it. But that's not the only problem. There are some anthropic principle characteristics which are not necessary for life, that they don't have to be the way they are, and it still looks like things have been made for humans. These are even more interesting philosophically. For example, mathematics. Mathematics works. Why? What is math? Math was made by human beings. It's a language. We didn't discover mathematics. There are no numbers out there. There's no equal signs and multiplication signs and things like that out there. We made it up. The Greeks loved this concept. They loved the idea of the eternal, the perfect, the unchanging. And so mathematics was an imaginary world, a world where lines were straight, where corners were corners exactly 90 degrees, where this is not reality. Mathematics is not reality. There's nothing perfect in this world as perfect as mathematics is. But the universe is so close to that. Mathematics has actually worked in understanding the universe. Why in the world should that be? Why should something created by the mind of a human being on a scrawny little planet around a scrawny little star in a solar system among hundreds of billions of solar systems, how could it be that humans could create an imaginary world which happens to correspond to the universe? That's a little weird. It's useful because we can understand the universe because of this language we created. Also, the universe is knowable. Ever think about this? Science. Science actually works. How is it that we can understand the universe? Why is the universe simple enough for us, puny little humans, to understand it? Why? Einstein is said to have said, the most incomprehensible thing about the universe is its comprehensibility. Why should we be able to understand it? We can even see outside of our galaxy. If you put this Earth around a random star, there's roughly 100 billion stars in each galaxy and roughly, by our estimate, 100 billion galaxies. So among those 100 billion stars, just randomly put an Earth on one of them. The probability is more than 99% that you're going to be in the middle of a bunch of stars so close together, like towards the center of the galaxy, that all you're going to see out there in the sky are all those stars. But we're not in that position. We're not in the center of our galaxy. We're way out, 2/3 of the way out of the center of the galaxy in a rarefied portion of the galaxy where, because the stars are so far apart, we can not only see the stars of our own galaxy, but we can see other galaxies. The Milky Way, that beautiful Milky Way, is when we're looking straight into the middle of our galaxy. We can't see anything on the other side of the galaxy. We could have been in the middle there, and we wouldn't have been able to see Andromeda. We wouldn't be able to see any other galaxy other than our own. We would have no clue what the rest of the universe looks like. And it's not necessary for our survival that we be out here, but it sure is nice because we can understand the universe. The Anthropic principle suggests that the universe wasn't just created for humans, for their survival, but so that we could know Him. The universe was created to glorify God. And that explains the data of the Anthropic principle when no human theory has ever been able to.